In my household, if you wanted anything, you had to make it. My mother was quite a seamstress. My sisters followed suit. My older brothers were always doing things, making things. It was just the way we had to do things. I made my first effort at making anything out of wood when I was about 5 years old. I was making a toy gun, and I had gotten a kitchen knife, what we used to call a butcher knife, a big knife, and I was using it to hack, not carve, but I was hacking on the wood. And my finger got in the way, and I almost got the end of my finger off. So that was my first effort at woodworking. And then when I was a teenager, or early teens, and then through my teenage years, I enjoyed putting models together. I enjoyed being creative. And I guess I was always looking for a medium. I always wanted to draw or to paint. Later in life, when I was in the service, I was making things out of metal. That was my job. I started making things out of leather and doing some woodworking as a part of that. Then when we first got married, I started making things for the home, furniture, and bought some kits of furniture and made those. We still have those pieces of furniture. I also made magazine racks and things like that, just to have something. And that just kind of mushroomed after that. I currently have 24 by 32 foot space, which is about half of what I need, and twice as much as I can keep organized. But that's where I hang out and do my work. When I first started carving, I really wanted to become a bird carver, duck decoys and things like that. But as part of the learning process, I was trying a lot of things. And one of those was, I found a pattern for a very basic Santa Claus. And I had just 2x4s, actually, of soft 2x4s, and I carved some rustic Santa Clauses. I had those displayed in our home when we had a brunch. A lot of friends from church came, and people went wild over them and wanted to buy them. And I learned a lesson very quick: Santa sells. When I get a log, fresh log particularly off, a freshly cut tree, it's soaking wet. It's full of water. If I leave it just to sit and dry, it will split and crack. And you'll see it will do things that's called checking. And those cracks always radiate from the center of the pith of the tree. In order to be able to, on the bigger pieces particularly, to make something of them, like a bowl, you take the wood while it's wet and you do what's called a rough shaping. So I took this piece of pecan and I turned it to the rough shape, leaving it really thick, and then I coat it with a wax so that it will dry slowly. The water will come out of it very slowly. If it comes out quickly, it's going to split. In doing so, that was round. But if you'll notice, it's an oval now. It's because the wood will shrink laterally or radially, but not lengthwise. So it's shrunk this way, but not this way. Once I coat it with the wax, I weigh it down to the 1/10 of an ounce, and then every couple of weeks, I will weigh it again. And when it stops losing weight, I know it's as dry as it's going to get. So it's time to weigh it again. Get it on the right mode, pounds and ounces. And that's 3 pounds, 11.6 ounces, which is the same as it was at the end of July, meaning that it's as dry as it's going to get. So I will soon put that back on the lathe and turn it again. I also got interested in wood turning on the lathe. A lathe project, when done correctly, you can take it from start to finish in just a couple of hours. So I found it, and it's also a very creative outlet. Whereas with carving, you tend to create something out of, in a lot of cases, bland wood. With wood turning, you can showcase the natural beauty of the wood. I guess the enjoyment comes from knowing what the furniture is made. If you go to the store today, you don't know what the furniture is made from or where it was made. So I decided I wanted to be making things out of real wood, whether it be plywood or whatever. At least I know what's going into the furniture. Plus, I get to design the piece. Some of the first pieces I made when we moved into the house we're currently living in, my daughter's bedroom was such a dimension that you couldn't fit a lot of furniture in there. But she needed a headboard, she needed a desk, and she needed a dresser. And I designed 3 pieces that would fit together on one wall. They would all be identical in style, and they were perfect. I couldn't have bought that anywhere. I could have paid somebody to make it custom, but the enjoyment came from designing it and making it myself. You want 3 points of support. You want it resting on here, and you want it resting on your hip, and you're holding. So when I'm going to rough this piece of wood out. I don't want to be doing this because I have no control. So what I'm doing is this with my body. I call it dancing with the lathe. And all the cuts, you try to do it with your body. I would like to be known as being creative and producing quality work, as a true craftsperson.